the new song.
Was the Bones Brigade video show, was that the first skate video, or were there other skate videos you'd seen before that?
Everything else were films before that, mostly safety films and company films that they showed at schools and stuff like that. But right when video cameras and VCRs came out is when Stacy did the first video. It was our first attempt to actually try to sell a product and to promote skateboarding through the skate shops. The interesting thing was Pal was basically, when Stacy put his team together, it was all like the best guys in these fields. Rodney Mullen was the best in freestyle. Caballero was the best vertical skater. Tony Hawk was going to be the best. Stacy got me on to kind of take his position and job later in life and put me on the team. And I think a lot of the guys on the team were kind of like, why are we putting this riffraff on the team? He's from some other company and he's got last at the last contest, basically.
Yeah.
And I think Stacy and Craig were in the planning stages of making this video, and they put me in to be the guy that tied it together to be kind of the more like regular dude or whatever. And so it just kind of fell into my lap that I got a second
That's not
chance
true.
at
You're
skateboarding.
a good skater. He worked really hard, and you deserve to be on Pal, and you were right in there.
Mark,
No, I'm being honest. I mean,
I was the best.
No, you weren't the. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, you were the best.
No, they were. I mean, that's the thing. They had all these best, but I think Stacy and Craig knew that they needed another aspect. They had to show the whole part of it. It's like if you just show people the newest tricks and show people that we're better than you or we're better than you, it doesn't make people fall in love with skateboarding. You have to have the best at the tricks. You have to have all of it. And so they wanted kind of personality goof-off guy.
you were telling me before at like the chin ramp or something, Stacy would have these like setups, and it would be like each just like okay, get a trick.
Well, filming was different. I mean, it's evolved obviously, and now you like in the newest video, people had 4 years to film a video part, and you go out one day and try a trick, and you just piece this thing together of passion, you know. And back then it was, you know, we're driving to Bakersfield and we're gonna film today, and we're with Tony and Steve and McGill, you know what I mean? And they're like, Stacy sets his camera up on the corner and says, drop in, do your tricks, you know. And Tony drops in and does 8, Stevie does 2, and Stacy moves to the other side, and I'm still trying the trick on this, you know. Hey, what about me? So you just filmed everything in 2 days, basically, and what you could do is what you could do, and that was it. So it's changed and evolved. The first one was filmed out of the back of a shopping cart, and the third one was filmed with a dolly. I mean, they had stepped it up with actual real equipment, probably. I don't know. No, I mean, skateboarding changed quickly. By the time we filmed Animal Chin, skateboarding progressed, and, you know, 2 years later, Mark and Nadas are doing stuff that just made what we do completely obsolete.
I think H Street kind of like was the first to like jump.
That jumped to another thing, but you guys were legitimately street skating, and we were like dudes that learned how to. We weren't street skating. We were pushing around in the street.
So, well, Spike, you shot photos for Transworld first before filming skateboarding?
Yeah, I shot for Transworld, and actually, we are watching all the videos, watching all the PAL videos just now. Those are the videos I grew up watching, and so because it's I feel like we grew up watching all these in the Bones Brigade videos and Mark's video. I remember that kickflip over the gap where you kind of hung up in that ditch and made it, and I was like, seeing all that stuff for the first time, seeing him and the way him and Nadas, as Lance was saying, street skated was totally inspiring, but I think when we started, I was working for Transworld, and I shot, and when World started, Rocco, just had, I think Jesse was the only pro, Jesse Martinez, and then Jason Lee was the amateur, and that was the whole team. so I did that first video as the team built up, and but as Lance was saying, we didn't just film a few days. It was just me and a video camera, and we just go out and skate and film, and we probably filmed for like, at that time it was probably like 4 or 5 months, which was nothing compared to nowadays, but probably a lot longer than as Lance was saying, than those guys did. And also I think we were trying to show skating, just like show lines of skating and show like how we were skating, what skating was to us at that time. But we were definitely really influenced by, and then like in '93 when we started Girl, I think felt like as skate videos were getting more and more serious. We went back, and Rick Howard and I were always sort of referencing Animal Chin and those videos, wanting to go back and capture that feeling of skate videos, because there was something really fun about them, and it didn't take itself so seriously, and there was a creativity in the videos, and so later we went back and tried to sort of pick up where they left off. And basically, we just kept ripping you guys off, actually, even in the super slow motion thing we did in the opening of Yeah Right, was you guys had done that in one of your videos.
When you made video days, were you trying to make it different than videos before, or was there a plan?
I think we just started filming, and I definitely, hanging out with Mark, there's a certain way that he sees the world, and I think I was maybe trying to just capture that. I don't know if we didn't really talk about it too much, Mark.
You did a lot of videoing.
Yeah. It wasn't as like intense as like when Ty and those guys film nowadays, where they're like, I don't know, it wasn't quite as intense.
It was intense. Like every time I try and call him, he was videoing with Gaia or with Rudy or someone. He was always busy.
It was intense because we all fought a lot, maybe. One time we got in a fight, and you threw the video camera out the window of the car. You remember that?
The guy that was our financial backer, the guy that actually owned the video camera, says, "What the fuck? You threw the video camera? You threw it out the window?" I was like, "Yeah."
Mark, that's lame. You can't do that. You can't throw the camera out the window.
He's got his accent down better. I was trying to make something similar to, like I said, when he jumps out of the chimney. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make something like that, something that once you saw it, you would, hard tricks, but then also have skating in it that would make you want to go skateboard. Because after you see the video that he's in, stars in, after you see it, you want to go skateboarding. There's just no denying it. You just say, "Oh, fuck, I got to go skateboarding." So I wanted to make another video like that, like something that, that you see, and then you just are like, okay, I want to go skating. And Spike was like 100%, like, what do you want to do, Mark? And I was like, yeah, Spike, let's do it. And then he was like, okay, I'm following you, you follow me. And we made it.
We all like looked up to Mark, Jason and Guy and everybody, and the way he skates in the video is the way he skates. And I mean, I don't even know if we really even captured the way he skates, because it's maybe not even possible to film the way he skates. But we tried to capture the way he skates, and I think that set the tone for what how everybody, we all just sort of followed Mark and was trying to capture how he skates and what it's like to be with him. And
I wanted it to be like like introduction, like boom, Guy, Rudy, Jason, Jordan, me, and then I wanted it to be like, then after that, like we're in a car and we're driving, and then like I wanted at the end the fucking car goes right off a cliff, and things are more valuable when they're gone. Like that's why like we're gone, like like over. That was it. Like it was supposed to be the end. Like the writers in the video are finished.
When we brought Ty on, I noticed like I wasn't around. I was like making a movie for a couple of years, and I came back and started watching you guys as you were doing Yeah Right. And like it was the first time there's like you guys had generators, lights, sawzall. You'd saw bumps off or knobs off, and the Bondo cracks, and it was like a whole other level of skate videos. It was like in like 2 years, it seemed like it changed just radically, and you'd always have 2 cameras.
Yeah, I think what we've kind of done now is just simplified everything, where you can throw that stuff in a car and do it instead of having like these big crews. Where back in like the 80s, in order to accomplish like what we do now, they had to have all these people to make it happen, where we can just throw it in the car and do it ourselves.
I mean, I think a big reason why I shoot with 2 cameras is tricks are so hard for guys to make now. If someone's going to be spending a month to get a trick, I'm there to make sure you're getting the most out of it. So I'll have 2, sometimes 3 cameras, like a camera setup, just so you can like maximize that. And
I noticed one really high-tech thing in the DC video. There's like filming a line with a helicopter with Danny Way.
yeah.
That was before the recession, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think a helicopter only really works for something like that. You can't really fly a helicopter around downtown LA that easy.
I have a question for Mark. So these videos, like Fully Flared and Minefield, went in a really like high-tech direction, and then Nar was filmed on a VHS camera, and Naughty was filmed on a little point-and-shoot digital cameras. Was that something you guys did on purpose to, as a reaction against those videos, or
no? I had my friend Sam Selganic, who I was friends with, and Sam was he's so fun to work with, and we just wanted to do a. I don't know. There's something about the weight and like just like the VHS. We wanted to go retro, and then we went retro, and then after going retro, then we wanted to go high tech with just like the point and shoot quickies, and then that's just the reason why.
Like, what do you think is Anti-Hero?
This aesthetic is just whoever's with you skateboarding is the one that's filming you. There's not really any filmers. I was the only filmer that was brought around to film the video, and we just wanted to show what we did every day, just normal everyday skateboarding, and whatever happened that day would be what we would show.
Hey, let's take some questions from the audience, and then we'll.
I got a question about the skate video where the guy does the grind down the 4-step and it blows up. Like, what was the story behind that?
That was a video. That was the last video Ty did with me and Rick Howard. Ty was so stressed out. Ty and Mike Carroll were so stressed out, like that we were gonna kill the skaters.
Yeah, I was so bummed when it happened. I was like, oh my god, this dude ghost. He's done. We just blew his face off. Like, and I'm like dead silent. Like, oh my god. And I look over and Spike's like psyched. Kind of like hiding behind someone. I was like,
I thought we got the shot.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Everyone, these guys.